As someone who has worked in the world of drama production for a long time, I am used to witnessing many unexpected moments behind the scenes. Laughter, fatigue, to the funny mistakes of the actors while filming. But that day, in the midst of a working atmosphere full of professionalism and concentration, an incident occurred that made the entire crew suddenly transfixed, then broke out in laughter that could not be held back. It all started with one simple gesture that Chen Zhe Yuan made to Li Qin, but the effect was incredible. That day the atmosphere on the set was so intense. The scenes worked on were one of the emotional peaks of the drama they starred in. Li Qin looked stunning with her sad eyes, while Chen Zhe Yuan showed a depth of emotion that was rarely seen from her usually witty figure. The cameras were spinning, the atmosphere was quiet, everyone was holding their breath following the dynamics of the two. When the director finally said, "Cut," satisfied, the entire crew greeted with spontaneous applause. The scene was almost perfect. But who would have thought, just a few seconds after the dramatic moment ended, the atmosphere changed dramatically. As soon as the camera stopped recording, Chen Zhe Yuan, who had previously appeared serious, suddenly changed his expression to a whim. With an innocent but full of whims face, he turned his body slightly towards Li Qin Dan, pursed his lips. The direction of his movements was so clear, as if he was, whether intentionally or not, hinting at a tempting request. Instantly, the whole room fell silent. Only a few gasps are heard, followed by a small hiss, a sign of shock. I was standing not far from the monitor, was glued, trying to make sure if I saw it really happened. But yes, it's real. Chen's mouth was completely pursed, and the direction of his lips was clearly towards Li Qin, who was standing just a few steps in front of him. Li Qin's reaction was no less interesting. He looked at Chen with a mixed expression of shock and confusion, then lowered his face for a moment. It didn't take long for her little laugh to break out, followed by the thunderous laughter of the entire crew who witnessed the unexpected scene. Even the director, who is usually firm to the point of padding his knees, could not help but be amused. The atmosphere that was originally full of emotional tension suddenly turned into light laughter that spread to all corners of the room. Some of the crew immediately looked at each other, some kept their mouths shut, and some pointed at Chen while laughing out loud. The dramatic scene, which was supposed to leave a deep impression, ended in a hilarious and sweet moment. As someone who observed from the technical side, I could clearly see the difference in aura between before and after the incident. Chen Zhe Yuan, who is usually full of energy and likes to joke behind the scenes, seemed to be back to himself after the emotional burden of the long scene had been released. The gesture of pursing the lips seemed spontaneous, born of the tiredness mixed with the happiness of having managed to finish a difficult scene. However, for some reason, his direction towards Li Qin made everyone interpret it the same way, as if he was asking to be kissed. Of course, everyone knew it was just a funny moment without any intention. But Chen's antics and Li Qin's so natural reaction made the situation feel so warm. There's something nice about seeing these two talented actors be able to joke around without losing respect for each other. In the midst of a serious and stressful entertainment world, such laughter feels so valuable. The chemistry between Chen Zhe Yuan and Li Qin has often been the subject of conversation on set. From the very beginning of the project, the two were known as a very harmonious screen couple. They have a unique way of interacting, not overwhelming, but always full of warmth. Li Qin, with his gentle and calm disposition, was able to balance Chen's sometimes childlike cheerful energy. Maybe that's why their interactions, even unplanned ones, always seem natural. The pursed mouth incident is a clear proof of how their spontaneity is able to create an intimate atmosphere that cannot be regulated by the script. I still remember how some of the camera staff whispered with a laugh, calling the moment a bonus scene without a script. Some even joked that maybe the camera should have kept turning so that the rare moment could be captured. But the most interesting thing is the way the two react to the small incident. Chen Zhe Yuan looked neither embarrassed nor nervous. He actually laughed along with the others, even had lowered his head, indicating he realized he had made everyone entertained. While Li Qin, with his trademark gentle smile, seemed to be trying to calm the atmosphere even though he himself was still smiling shyly. As a close observer, I felt that the moment represented something deeper than a joke. There is a strong form of comfort and trust between the two. Not all actors can share such laughter without causing awkwardness. But Chen and Li Qin seem to have already established a respectful and pleasant working relationship. After the laughter subsided, the atmosphere of the location became much lighter. The crew returned to work with renewed vigor. Some of the staff even still alluded to that moment in between jobs, chuckling each time recalling Chen's innocent yet adorable expression. Meanwhile, Li Qin sat in the corner of the room, still smiling faintly as he examined the script, and Chen seemed to be busy talking to the director about the next scene, as if the incident was just a short joke that added color to their day. For those of us who witnessed firsthand, the incident became a kind of refresher in the midst of a busy and tiring filming schedule. Behind all seriousness, there is little room for sincere laughter. And the laughter comes not only from jokes, but from the sincerity of the relationship between people who value each other. I briefly thought that maybe this was the reason why many people judged Chen Zhe Yuan and Li Qin's chemistry to be so strong on the screen. Because behind the camera, they really have a warm and natural working relationship. No pretense, no rigid boundaries. They can share jokes, laugh at little things, and still maintain professionalism. The afternoon passed quickly, but the funny moment was still the subject of conversation until nightfall. Some of the crew even captured the atmosphere after the incident through candid photos that showed everyone laughing together. For us, it wasn't just another hilarious moment, but rather a reminder that even in a stressful job, there is still room to be happy. When the day ended and we started packing, I still vividly remembered Chen Zhe Yuan's face when he pursed his mouth. There was something innocent and honest in his expression, something that made it difficult for people to hold back laughter but also could not accuse him of anything. Maybe there really wasn't any intent behind it, just a spontaneous reflex after an emotionally draining scene. But that little fad involuntarily creates memories that everyone on set will always remember. Li Qin left the set with a calm smile on his face, while Chen walked behind him while waving to the crew. Laughter was still heard between them, light and full of familiarity. And I, standing in the corner of the room observing, knew that the day was not only about shooting the perfect scene, but also about a simple moment that showed the human side of two great stars. Maybe that's the secret behind their harmony. Not all chemistry is created by scenarios. Something grows out of frankness, from small laughs, from involuntary spontaneous gestures, like a mouth suddenly pursing towards a playmate and making the whole room explode in laughter. That day taught me one important thing. Sometimes the best moments behind the scenes are not the ones that are planned, but the ones that come naturally. And for those of us who watched, the moment was not just a brief moment of cuteness, but a small snippet of warmth that made the hard work feel lighter and more meaningful.